Welcome to the 60 Plus Podcast.
I'm Janet.
And I'm Joe. Did you almost forget to say I'm
No,
Janet?
I didn't forget. I
Okay.
was just pausing for drama,
It was very dramatic.
wasn't it?
It was very dramatic. How are
Yeah.
you today, Janet?
Okay. It was kind of a little bit of a rough patch there this week, but
Yeah, do you want to talk about it?
well, it's
We
my
can't
dog.
say that and then not tell us what happened.
It's my
I
dog.
know.
Yeah.
Well, your dog is still with us.
She is. She's hanging
She's been
on.
better.
Yeah, she is. But yeah, she's 18, so that's
And in dog years, that's like 640, isn't it? Or
actually for a small breed. I was just looking this up, and she's kind of like around 90.
okay.
So yeah, she's had a really good long life.
Maybe she needs to go to assisted living.
Oh no.
She's been in assisted living.
Yeah, she really, it's like in my house, it's
Yeah.
assisted living,
Yeah.
and I'm the assistant. So yeah, she'll
Okay.
be fine though.
What are we talking about today, Janet?
So we're doing a Mythbuster, our favorite word.
I was going to say, I'm not saying it because it doesn't sound right. Mythbuster.
So we haven't done one of those in quite a while.
All right. So what's the myth?
So actually, this came from one of my original conversations with friends about like what myths about being 60 plus would you like to bust? And several of my friends mentioned this whole idea that, after age 60 or whatever, you can't really be stylish, that you have to like really kind of tone down your dressing and this and that and the other thing. And I think that's a total myth.
I agree, but I think we need to define some terms. I've got
Yeah.
my hands up in the air.
Yes, you do. Like
I'm
a
being very
little
Italian.
baby pterodactyl.
Define stylish, because I think there's a difference between style and fashion and trendy.
Right.
So
Yeah.
trendy, I think, doesn't work well when you're over 60.
I don't know. I disagree.
Really?
Yeah, I do. And I think that's
So
the
you
myth we
so
want
you
to
shop at
bust.
Forever 21?
Well, I wouldn't say Forever 21 is really trendy.
Okay, I've never been in Forever 21, so I don't know.
So, I mean, I think this is the whole point is that you're right. Like we have to define what's okay, what's not okay. And actually, there are no rules. There really shouldn't be rules because it's about your personal style. Certainly there might be some tips we can talk about, but the point is that there's this sky high demand for older models. And that's people not just in their 60s, 70s, 80s, and even 90s.
It makes sense to me because if clothing manufacturers and designers kind of forget about that demographic, they're leaving money on the
A
table.
lot of money on the table. So you can't make this assumption like, oh, we're just going to wear house coats and keep on wearing whatever's in our closet.
Do you have a house coat?
No, I do not have a house
Do you want to tell us what a house coat is?
Well, I just remember my like grandmother always had a house coat, and she was probably in her 60s, God knows. But so
We've talked about
those
this before
days are
about how our
gone.
grandparents, when they were our age,
so
were older.
That's over. So there's actually some really
Well,
famous models.
what's a house coat? It's like a cotton thing that comes down to
It's like
about your knee.
I don't really know the
And it
complete
buttons up the
definition. Yeah, I
front.
think it like zips up sometimes too.
Zips up.
or a muumuu. It's the same thing. It's like some baggy thing that you put over that.
Isn't a muumuu just like a big circle of fabric with a hole in the middle to put your head in? And it's kind of like a poncho.
Holes for the arms too.
It's like a poncho with holes for your arms.
We're not talking about a straight jacket.
No.
It has to have arms as well.
Okay.
Anyway, we're totally getting sidetracked, and I'm even just introducing this subject, and you're sidetracking me already. Cut that out.
So a muumuu. Okay, so
no muumuus.
no muumuu.
No house coats.
Unless that's your style.
Okay, yes, unless that's your style, but So I want to get back to this like silver wave, they're calling it, right? With these models. And it's interesting because they're actually finding that, and you're right, there's this like huge demographic with huge buying power. And if you have brands that like appeal to this age demographic and design clothing that can be both comfortable and stylish, they're going to make a lot of money. I mean, I actually can't name a single brand where I go, yep, that's my brand. That's I'm always wearing, that brand because they really understand our age demographic.
I
Don't
can.
have it
I can.
for you.
Mm,
For men,
yeah.
what is it?
Levi's.
Okay, but Levi's appeals to a wide audience.
But I've worn
I mean,
Levi's since I was a kid.
yeah.
I have changed the types of Levi's that I wear, though.
Okay. Is this detail going to be uncomfortable to hear?
No. No, I'm not.
Not sure I want to hear.
No.
It's strange.
So 3, 4, 5 years ago, my Levi's were kind of baggy. They were the
Yes.
what do you call them? Relaxed fit.
Yes.
And I was reading something online. I don't remember where it was, and it's like they just make you look older. You
Yeah.
look like the frumpy old guy when you're wearing them.
Right. Well, now it's interesting though because then skinny jeans were in for a long time. Those are no longer in.
Yeah.
We're going back to the more baggy, loose fit.
Well, I mean, I'm
jeans.
wearing Levi's right now. They're not skinny. They're not baggy. They're kind of in between.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you are on trend then. So yeah. So I
It's
want
somewhat
back to this
dismissive.
idea of these models that are getting they're actually I was reading this article, they're getting picked up in grocery stores and stuff because they're looking for this on the runway in the latest,
Just
Paris.
getting picked up in the
Yes.
grocery store.
Yes, there's this one model, Jackie O'Shaughnessy. She was discovered at age 60 by American Apparel. American
Okay.
Apparel is a big brand, right? Comfort clothing, appeals to a wide range of people. And one of the oldest working models, still working, she started modeling at age 13. Carmen Del Orificia, I may have pronounced that incorrectly. She's 92 and still working.
Good for her.
Yeah.
We talked
And
about
she's
this last week with
gorgeous.
Scott. Like I said, I admired Michael Douglas because he still goes to work and he
Yeah.
likes what he does.
Yeah.
I hope that's why she's working.
Yeah. Another one, Mae Marsh. She's the face of CoverGirl. At age 69, she became the face of CoverGirl. So right there, let's bust that myth, okay? That there are these beautiful women modeling these beautiful clothing and very stylish and very attractive. And yeah, why should we be walking around in muumuus?
Wasn't Martha Stewart on the cover of the swimsuit edition of Sports Illustrated a year or two ago?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
And she's no
So
spring chicken, but she looked
she is
great.
no spring chicken, right? So what are the rules? Are there rules? Should
Well,
there be
you said there
rules?
weren't rules. You already said that. So now you're going to tell us the rules?
No, I'm saying there's no. I'm like that was. What are the rules? Well, there shouldn't be rules. You were trying to throw me off today. What is up with that?
Just my normal kind of
I couldn't get you back.
being a wise guy kind of thing.
So okay.
You always say you're going to get me back.
Oh, I'm working on it. Trust
it's
me.
going to be a big one, I bet.
I don't go small. I go big. No. So honestly, so I think maybe
Should I hire a food taster?
No, I would never do anything like that. So, I mean, I can certainly talk about female fashion and whatnot, but I'd like to hear your perspective. Like, what do you
On
think?
female fashion?
Well, okay, sure, or male fashion. What are the other? Anything? Do you have anything to say other than to give me a hard time and throw me off a track?
No.
Great. Okay. Well,
No, I agree. There are no rules. It's what you're comfortable with. And if the frumpy moo is your thing, okay, go for it. But you don't have to do that.
Right.
And you can be fashionable as you mature.
Yes, right. You can be. And if you want to be, and you don't feel like there's like a store or a solution where you can go in and everything that you need. So I was looking at this company called Stitch Fix. Are you familiar with it?
I have done Stitch Fix. Stitch
Say
Fix.
that 10 times quick.
She sells seashells.
Stitch Fix, Stitch Fix, Stitch Fix.
I have done it. And it's actually a very interesting process. You answer some questions. And they show you some samples of things. It's like, which of these?
I like that.
I like this. I would never wear that.
And they probably ask you what brands do you generally buy?
I don't recall about that, but It was, okay, this is what we put together for you. Check the things that you would like, and it's very reasonably priced. The first time out, it's to get you on board,
Right. As a
and
subscription box, you do
it
it
is a s
monthly.
you can do it monthly, you can do it whatever frequency you want,
Mhm.
and I've gotten some things that I never would have picked at a store myself,
Right, right.
but that I really like quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I should try it because I'm not like a huge shopper. I'm not really great at that. But I do like clothes and I like new things and stuff like that. But that sounds like a fun way to do it. They actually had an article about this very subject,
Who's
uh,
they?
Stitch Fix.
Oh,
And I like this quote that was in the intros. This is a decade of distinction and self expression. And for older women's style, you can temper this with grace and wisdom like no other. It's like that
you're gonna wear a cap and
idea.
gown? I mean,
No, it's the idea of, you know who you are,
mhm,
right?
not the moo kind of person.
Right. You know what you like. You probably have some pieces in your wardrobe that may be like really good classic pieces that you can then mix and match with some newer things. So they had a few tips about how you do this.
Not rules, just tips.
Just tips. One was big bold patterns.
Okay,
Like don't try to like tone it down, like go for it, right?
okay.
Two was breathable fabrics, which I think are nice anyway, organic cotton and things of that just feel better when they are on your skin. I think that makes it for more comfort to your point.
Mhm,
And then three was balancing those timeless pieces with the trendy pieces.
okay.
So you have a little bit of the old and the new mixed together, which actually is not just a trend, I don't think, for 60 plus, but certainly there is that huge, vintage shopper who is doing exactly that.
My kids like to go thrifting and buying vintage stuff.
Yeah. So you get a beautiful vintage coat and you have this, trendy little, shirt crop top underneath, and it's a cute little look.
Many,
Um,
many, many years ago, I had a need for tuxedo, and I was kind of broke. I went to a thrift store and I bought, gosh, it was like 1940s era tuxedo for like,
is it like a zoot suit?
no, no, it was very fitted, and I stood out. At the event that I went to, everyone had the same kind of tuxedo, and I
Yeah.
stood out. I had this,
You look like Great Gatsby.
and I had to have it tailored, and the tailor, she was like, "I'll buy this from you. This is fantastic. They don't make clothing like this anymore." So vintage can be a way to go.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And then another tip was layering mixed textures. I
What's that
guess
mean?
you are not wearing like all linen, or you might mix a sweater with cotton. I don't know.
Let me ask a
I
question
don't
about
really know.
linen.
What
I
are you
like
asking me for? I'm not a fashionista. Apparently.
um,
I go for comfort. I admit it.
let me ask you a question. Do you wear linen?
I have some linen pieces, yeah. Actually, for the summer, it's
It
wonderful.
is no. Last summer, especially the last couple of summers, I've worn linen. I'm a little uncomfortable about the wrinkles.
Oh, but I think that with the right piece, the
Hmm.
wrinkles kind of make it too.
Really?
Like you're not going to stay pressed with linen. You're just
No.
not. So I don't know. It's like linen pants, like baggy, breezy linen pants with
Hmm.
again, mixing the textures maybe with a tighter shirt or whatever. It's just you let those wrinkles kind of flow,
Okay.
and with a fitted shirt that looks kind of cute. Um, and then the last one is accessorize.
Accessorize.
Accessorize,
So
yes.
this, I told you before we started recording. Just recently, I've heard, and I came across an article on stylegirlfriend.com.
Hmm.
Accessorizing for men, I think, is a little trickier than it is
Yeah.
for women.
Yeah, can be, but I think again, the roles are being broken, right? Like
Sure.
more and more men are wearing more and more accessories and adornment, if you will.
But the one that I keep seeing over and over, different articles and whatnot, watches.
Mm-hmm.
Men should wear not an iWatch, not an iPhone,
No, like a
Apple
real
Watch, like a
watch.
real, like I'm wearing a watch today, and I've been out with friends, and people point out, "Oh, look at that guy's watch! What a
Mm-hmm.
nice watch!" It's the one thing people's eyes are drawn toward.
Yeah, my son-in-law has like quite a few watches. He's like
Hmm.
he also has a ton of sneakers, but it's like that is it's a it can be a bold
Hmm.
statement.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have over the last few years. I've bought a number of watches. Probably have a dozen watches.
Hmm. Well, you'll have to show those off, Joe. That's the latest thing to do. He's like flashing his wrist around now.
I
Okay.
so seldom get to do it.
He's so easily entertained.
So accessorizing is an important thing, and again, I think it's a little harder for men.
Mm-hmm.
But if you invest in, so this article in stylegirlfriend.com, invest in quality clothing,
Mm-hmm.
and linen can be a little pricey,
It can be, yeah.
but it holds up and it's great in the summer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Buy things that you can mix with each other,
Yes. Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
you're talking about that layering
Right.
fabrics. You can
Yeah.
classic clothing.
Mm-hmm. I like the idea of the classic with the trendy,
Mm-hmm.
mixing that. So not just mixing textures, but mixing errors maybe, or even well, now like layering is really, really big. Like that's one of the big trends coming up, and layering lots of different patterns and lots of different textures as well. So again, you
Really?
can.
I thought you couldn't mix
Well, this
patterns
is
and.
what I just learned this because I went to a presentation about the fashion coming up. And yes, you can mix patterns. And I guess there's probably a real art to it. But, certainly if you're into fashion and understanding what the latest trends are, I really have a terrible habit of like wearing the same thing over and over again. And I never get to the back of my closet.
Well, that's something I think that, especially as you get older, you kind of get comfortable with a certain style. You get comfortable with looking a certain way.
Right, or you get lazy and you never empty your laundry basket. Just keep on wearing the clothes out of it, which I do.
What?
Well, sometimes, instead of like putting the clothes, folding them and putting them away, I'll just be like, I'll just wear those. And
Oh,
they
I
come
always,
right
I
out of
always
the
put the, I always
clean
put the clothes
laundry.
away.
Oh, Joe, you're just, you also love spreadsheets.
I
So,
do. I have a spreadsheet that tells me where the clothes are located. No, I don't.
and on this
Although it's a
shelf,
good idea.
they're alphabetical order. Accessories would be first.
Hmm.
Anyway,
I don't even want to
I'm
talk about
telling
my
I'm
various
telling the
sock
truth
drawers.
here. But the point is that when I look at these photographs or a magazine of styles, or it's not a magazine really, online, whatever, but I go, oh, I have that. I have those pieces. I could probably put that together. Whether or not it would look the same, but I don't know. But the point is like mix it up.
Mix it up.
Go for it. Throw on that bold necklace, or
Why not?
use that old handbag that's been sitting in your closet forever, and just go for it.
And it's helpful to notice other people.
Yeah.
It's helpful to notice other people. And a few years ago, I was watching a YouTube video, and a guy was wearing a cardigan sweater, and I was like, I kind of like that cardigan
I
sweater.
have a cardigan sweater.
I know. I went out and I got a cardigan sweater.
Yeah.
It's very comfortable, and I really like it.
Yeah, I have a friend who always looks so put together, right? And so I'm always like, what's she wearing? Oh, I could do that. I might wear it like a week later. It's like, oh, I'll just watch and see what Kathy wears.
Is it a cardigan sweater?
No, no.
This is like a very heavy,
yeah,
like a shawl
that's a
collar.
manly thing.
Yeah, no, this is not like a Perry Como. I'm really dating myself now.
Wait, did you have a pipe?
I don't have a pipe. No, I don't have a pipe.
Slippers?
Oh, I always wear slippers in the house.
Hush puppy slippers.
I actually have a pair of Hush Puppy shoes that I use in part of a Halloween costume that I wear.
Oh, wait, you saved the shoes just for a Halloween costume?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Again,
I've had them for years and years and years.
Is that filed under H?
No, it's under S for shoes.
I thought maybe it was under H for Halloween.
Well, there's a cross tabs.
Oh, my Lord.
It depends on, type of clothing versus event that you wear it for.
Okay. Good. You're cross-tabulated. That
Yes.
information. Wow,
Yes.
I'm
My
impressed.
pivot table on
Well, you laugh, but actually I've had, several app ideas, and I think there might be some out there where you can inventory everything that's in your closet, and then you can like pull from it. And so you don't forget what's in there and, what's sitting in the back of the closet.
If it makes it to your closet and it's not sitting in the laundry basket still.
Yeah. Well, there are times too when I'm like switching over my winter and spring wardrobe, whatever, and I'm like, oh, I
Oh, I
forgot I
forgot.
had
Yeah.
that. I forgot I bought that. And the tags are still hanging on it and you've never worn it. So
And now it's vintage.
I have a friend who says she goes shopping in her attic because she's real vintage.
I do that.
Yeah. Well, you also, you do some weird things in that attic, don't
No,
you?
I don't. But no, I have clothes in the attic, and it was St. Patrick's Day, and I was like, oh, I don't have a
At
green
least you
shirt.
don't have skeletons in the attic.
Oh, I'm sure I do. I thought I didn't have a green shirt, and I went up in the attic, and
There you had it.
I had two
A
green
green
shirts.
shirt
Yep.
up
So
in the
shopping
attic.
in my attic. So look at people. Look online. Look at
So
Janet's friend Kathy and see what she's wearing.
Kathy's really fashionista. Okay, so updating your wardrobe. Oh, so this is actually an article here. This is good. I just kind of came across this about how to dress after 60. The first thing is updating your wardrobe. Schedule time to thoroughly clean out your closet and drawers. This is what I need to do. It's a tedious task, but okay. Get rid of clothing that is too revealing or is uncomfortable to wear. All right. Well, I don't know if I agree with that.
Well,
About
too revealing can be too revealing in your 20s too. I
Yeah,
mean,
I guess. I don't know because, this is all about body image, right? And there's like we're all supposed to be, accepting of everything. So I don't know. Clear out all articles of clothing that look old and overused.
Mm.
Now that makes
sense.
to me because even a vintage piece can still look really good. It doesn't necessarily look old and tatty. Buy clothes that fit your lifestyle.
hmm
Back to the house dress. If you're hanging around the house all day long
hmm
and you're not going anywhere, then maybe a house dress is appropriate. Dress for your body type to accentuate your good features. Okay. And take your clothing to tailor to achieve the right look and fit.
I agree with that.
And especially if there are pieces that are worthwhile,
hmm
that are
hmm
good pieces. And you can update your pieces pretty easily with a good tailor. Stock your closet with tops for layering. Get yourself a few good pairs of denim, jeans, and trouser pants. All
Denim
right.
jean. No, we're going back to the Levi's thing, right?
Well, yeah, denim's great. I love denim.
I wear denim just about every day.
Keep a black pencil skirt or a wrap dress on hand for special occasions.
I know I have both of those.
Invest in a few pairs of comfortable yet stylish shoes and add accessories to show off your personality. Okay, we're going to do that.
Now,
Oh, here's one for dressing in your 60s for men.
okay,
Do you want to hear it?
sure.
Okay, 1. Choose fitted shirts to help you look your best.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. If you've got the right body for it, I would.
Well,
Yeah.
even if you, no, I think fitted can sometimes, if it's fitted correctly,
hmm
wear neutral colors and simple patterns to look sleek and stylish.
Not big bold patterns.
No, it's
like
the opposite of what. Wear comfortable but stylish shoes that you can slip on.
You know when men make mistakes a lot of time with shoes?
When?
They wear running shoes all the time.
Yeah, but then if you think about the running shoe, that again, that's really trendy right now.
It depends on the shoe.
You can wear a really dressy outfit and put on a running shoe, a cool shoe and
Well,
running shoe, and it looks great.
yeah.
Wear comfortable but stylish shoes that you can slip on. I just said that. Add some fun and zest to your outfits with scarves, hats, and ties. Play around with different belts, watches, and jewelry.
Belts, watches again.
And jewelry.
hmm
And that is it for men.
Yep. Always fewer choices for men in clothing.
So, again,
We were
are there rules? Should there be rules?
We were talking about Stitch Fix, and they kind of style for you.
Mm-hmm.
If you have an Amazon account,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't know this until recently, you can order clothes on Amazon and try them on.
Mm-hmm.
you send back what you don't want, and they don't even charge your credit card until like so many days or until you return what you don't want.
Yeah.
It's like trying it on at home.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's a low risk way of doing it. I think a lot of people, I know people who just go to the same stores all the time. So they
Right.
end up getting the same clothes all the time.
Right.
If you want to expand what you're wearing,
Yeah.
go someplace different. If you can't find a different place because there's no such thing as a shopping mall anymore, try Amazon or Stitch Fix.
Yeah.
They work great.
Yeah. I think I'm going to start with looking into my closets and
And laundry baskets that
really
are piled up in the corner.
that is not true.
Okay. They're not piled up. They're just scattered all over the place.
No, that's not true either.
I'm just trying to imagine what
Just
it's
don't
like.
open up my closet doors. That's all I have to ask.
Okay. All right. So I think the bottom line is
Have fun with it.
have fun with it. Dress how you like. If it's a moo okay,
Yeah.
go for it.
And,
But
you know,
but you know, but
and maybe,
no.
look through, see what you have that you haven't worn in a while that maybe is back on trend or that may just be fun to wear and go for it.
Go up in the attic and see what's up there.
That's your thing. I don't know.
And Kathy.
No, not Kathy. That was different. Somebody
Oh, different friend.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. So have we busted this myth, Janet?
I okay. Maybe. I don't know. What was the myth?
That 60 plus people can't be stylish and
Yes, that's right.
I
And
think
that
there's
is
a
myth.
difference between trendy and stylish, trendy and fashionable.
Okay, I don't really. I think fashionable is fashionable, whether that's stylish or timeless or trendy or whatever,
hmm
And I think the bottom line is really about feeling good. When you step out that door, feel good about yourself. When you've got that new outfit on, it's fun. And
Try
it
something
makes,
a little different.
yeah, why
Just
not?
expand. No one's going to laugh and point. Most
Right.
likely.
Yeah. Yeah. Except I have to say that one time my daughter said, Mom, you kind of dress like a 2-year-old sometimes. I'm like, what do you mean? I have sneakers on and
I remember
my dance skin.
I was taking one of my daughters to a father-daughter dance, and
Uh-huh.
she was all ready. She was in the foyer of the house, and I came down the stairs, and she looked at me. She goes, "That's not what you're wearing, is it?"
Gotta love our kids,
Well, out of the
The
mouths
things
of
that-
babes, right?
Oh, truth.
All right. I think we've busted the myth, kind of. Go up in your
Sort of.
attic or go
Yeah.
to a different store or try Stitch Fix or Amazon Fashion, whatever it's called, and try something new.
Why
And,
not?
Yeah, get out of your comfort zone.
Sure.
Well, be comfortable outside of your comfort zone. So that's it for this week's episode of the 60 Plus podcast. I'm Joe.
I'm Janet. Bye.